And good evening to you. Welcome to high school basketball action and a regional championship Friday on Central Illinois Sports. Live tonight from Triopia High School as the Triopia Trojans at 22-11 take on the 32-2 Payson Seymour Indians. Good evening to you. I'm Charlie Holt. Jack and John will join us in just a little while as well. It's the Great Rivers Bank pregame show on Central Illinois Sports. A dandy of a game and a sea of blue here tonight at Triopia as the Trojans, who finished in the top 4 in the state of Illinois last year, look to keep their postseason magic going here in 2020. The Payson Seymour Indians are looking to hold true to their seed and move on to the sectional next week. We'll talk more about it on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. GreatRiversBank.bank. That's the place to learn about all of the great banking offerings Great Rivers Bank has for you, including their online loan application. And right now, folks, you want to give them a call. You want to get applying for those loans because interest rates, my goodness, have you seen what they're doing? They're plummeting right now. And the folks at Great Rivers Bank are here to help you get the best rate possible for you and the best bang for your buck. We'll talk more about the matchup, the Trojans and the Seymour Indians. Back with you after this. Welcome back on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. The Triopia Trojans, the Payson Seymour Indians here tonight in this regional championship matchup. These two teams have played once this season. Payson Seymour was the winner in that one, 65-37. That game was quite a while back, though, all the way on the 17th of December. Payson Seymour started out the season 18-0 on the year before losing their first game of the season in the championship of the Winchester Invitational Tournament to West Central, 54-48. Then they reeled off another 6 wins in a row before losing a 47-39 game to Liberty, and then have won 6 in a row again down the stretch here, including a 3-point win over West Central, an 11-point win over Macomb, who's playing for a regional championship game, and a couple of wins over Western, who they beat here on Tuesday night, 57-38. Wednesday night, 57-38 was the final in that contest. This Triopia squad, man, oh man, they started out slow against Calvary. They were down 11-1 to end the first quarter and won the contest, only giving up 29 total points in the game while scoring 33 of their own. And they are looking to pull the upset here tonight. And if you've taken a look at this Triopia squad, they've played some games this season that kind of make you scratch your head on the losing side of things. And they played a couple of games this season that makes you go, wow, this Triopia team on a given night is very, very dangerous. One of those being a win over Liberty on the good side, for this Triopia team. One of them on the bad side being a 65-28 loss to Beardstown early on in the season. Lost by nearly 20 to Rout. Lost by nearly 30 to Payson Seymour. Almost beat West Central on their home court, a 2-point loss there. So kind of an up and down season, but when Triopia is hitting the outside shot and they can get Brock Moore going a little bit there, they're a pretty tough squad. They finished in the top 4 in the state of Illinois and a season ago. And the thing that you got to like about this Triopia team is the way they just flat out compete. And a lot of that energy comes from their head coach, Ian Rich Thompson. And his kids are a little more of an emotional team than you'll see out of Payson Seymour. Payson Seymour very stoic usually on the court. You probably, if you're watching the game, couldn't tell if they were up 10 or down 10, which doesn't happen very often, by the way, the down 10 part, when you're a team that's 32-2 on the season. It's an expectation for Payson Seymour to come out and win the regional, and they've been a favorited team most of the season for this Triopia squad. Quite honestly, when you graduate double-digit seniors, you finish in the top 4 in the state. Brock Moore really the only kid that played much on the varsity side a season ago. You didn't know what the expectations would be, but they've come in and won 20-plus games, and hey, why not the Trojans to try to pull this upset against Payson Seymour? Glad you're with us on Central Illinois Sports. We pause for a timeout here on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. Back with you after this. Welcome back on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. About 6.5 minutes away from the Star Spangled Banner, the starting lineup and the play-by-play of this game and regional championship action on Central Illinois Sports between the Payson Seymour Indians and the Triopia Trojans. If you're looking for the Liberty Southeastern game, hey, it's live for you right now. BC Hornet Sports on YouTube. You just go to centralillinoisports.com and click on the link for that contest as well. Some keys to this contest. First of all, for this Triopia squad, you kind of have to weather the storm. Payson Seymour is a team that could come out and jump on you in a hurry like they did against Western the other night. The Wildcats fought through it, cut it down to a 10-point game in the fourth quarter. Never really made it much closer than that, but Triopia can ill afford to have a start like they did against Calvary on Wednesday night.
No, I agree with you, but as we look at some of the things you talked about Triopia and how they lost by quite a bit to Payson before and they struggled against certain teams and stuff, this is a regional championship game on their home court with a nice crowd from Triopia, a nice crowd from Payson. Throw it all out the door. These Triopia kids a year ago got fourth in the state. Some of these kids are sitting on the bench, and they remember it. They're going to give it all they've got. Payson on the other side cannot be complacent. I've never seen them be complacent. But this is a group of kids that Brian Ray simply says to me, Jack, I want this for the kids. They're great kids, and they deserve it.
You know, a win the night before the seeding meeting changed the whole complexion of the postseason. Payson Seymour beat West Central. That got them enough votes to be the 1 seed in the subsectional complex. Had it gone the other way, Payson Seymour would have gone to Franklin. And West Central would have come here to play Triopia on their home court. And Jack, quite honestly, I'm not so sure West Central didn't get the little better bargain, although they have a tough route squad tonight. But as you talked about, this Trojan squad on their home court could be a handful.
And West Central and Triopia have a long history, a lot of friendships, a lot of relatives back and forth. I don't think West Central wanted that. Were they afraid of it? No. But when you're the host team, you know you're going to have a little advantage. But Triopia had to get it done the other night against Calvary and almost didn't, but they weathered the storm, won a low-scoring game. And as we found out in that Auburn-West Hancock game, it ain't over till it's over, folks. You better play a full 32-plus up.
Yeah, down 27 in the third quarter. Auburn came back and won that game in double overtime, so you have to play until the final buzzer sounds. We'll talk more about this matchup, including the Westtown Ford Lincoln keys to the game on the Great River Bank pregame show after this. Welcome back on Great Rivers Bank pregame show. Keys to the game in this contest. First of all, for Payson Seymour, hey, they can hit the three, but don't fall in love with the three. You've got to keep working the ball on the offensive side and look for those patented Payson Seymour type of plays where you run about 30 or 40 seconds off the clock and get a layup at the end of it. Another key to this contest for them is keeping Riker Triplett out of foul trouble. He's going to probably match up quite a bit with Bell on the defensive end, I would think, when Bell tries to go on the post. On the other side of things, hey, Triopia needs Brock Moore to be the man, and he's shown he can be the man on the offensive end at times. Everybody else kind of falls into place at that point. Everybody else knows their role, but Brock Moore is the senior leader on this team for Triopia.
You got to think about Payson was 5 of 17 from 3 the other night. Riker Triplett double digits and had 7 rebounds to go with it. I think he's the key for them on the other side, no doubt about it. Brock Moore's got to have the game of his lifetime.
Star Spangled Banner. When we come back, starting lineups, play-by-play, Triopia and Payson Seymour on Central Illinois Sports.
Commercial Tray Service, roll-off dumpsters to Pike, Scott, and Morgan County. Call to learn more, 217-320-4320. That's Trash Queen, our pregame sponsor, to get us ready for the starting lineup.
All right. Triopia, Rich Thompson, their head coach, 22-11 on the season. At a guard, a 5'9 sophomore, Caden Moore. At a second guard, he's a 5'10 sophomore, Cordell Walker. And at the third guard, he's a senior, 6'1", Brock Moore. At a forward, a 6'1 junior, Connor Mush. And at the other forward, the 6'3 junior, Garrett Bell. Bell, Mush, Brock, and Caden Moore, along with Cordell Walker for the Triopia Trojans. For the Payson Seymour Indians, under head coach Brian Ray, they are 32-2 on the season, and their lineup looks like this. At a guard, a 6' junior, Logan Sparks. At a second guard, the 5'11 senior, Hayden Hildebrand. And at the third guard, he's a 6'2 senior, Cole Schwartz. At a forward, the 6' senior, Lucas Luce. And at the other forward, the 6' sophomore, Riker Triplett. Triplett, Luce, Schwartz, Hildebrand, and Sparks for the 32-2 Payson Seymour Indians.
We get ready for the jump ball, brought to you by Pike County Express, your local family-owned newspaper, serving Pike County since 1991. Check it out each Wednesday on a newsstand near you.
Well, Triopia on their home court is in the visiting blue uniforms with the light blue numbers and white trim. Payson Seymour is in the whites tonight with the royal blue numbers and black trim.
You saw Mush in the pregame three-point shooting contest. He shot lights out tonight. He'll advance, 2 Triopia, 2 Payson kids, and very seldom do you see the two teams playing in the championship with all 4 of the kids advancing to the next round.
Good crowd on hand here tonight at Triopia Junior Senior High. The winner moves on to the Dupo Sectional next week against the winner of the game between Madison and Lovejoy.
If it's Payson, we'll go to Dupo. If Liberty advances, we'll be in Lewiston on Tuesday and Wednesday night of next week on Central Illinois Sports.
Garrett Bell will jump in the center circle for Triopia. It's Cole Schwartz for the Payson Seymour Indians. Sit back and enjoy high school basketball regional championship on Central Illinois Sports. Bell and Schwartz shake hands. We're ready to roll here. Referee Kuffel steps into the center circle. The tip is up and controlled by the Indians as Hildebrand gets the basketball. He'll bring it up against Triopia's man-to-man. Right side, Schwartz to Triplett in the corner. Works it out to Luce. Luce looks to the bench to hear the directions from his head coach, Brian Ray. Over to Hayden Hildebrand between the circles. Right side now, Sparks gets a touch. He'll look in the post to Luce. Wasn't open, instead to Triplett. Schwartz around the horn. It goes to Hildebrand. Off to Luce. Luce fakes the 3. Dribble toward the free throw line. Out to Sparks. Right side now, Triplett. 30 seconds into this contest. A Hildebrand for 3. No good as it rims in and out. Triplett tries to get the board, but it's run down by Moore for Triopia. He'll give the ball to Caden Moore, who will bring it up for this Trojan squad on the attack for the first time tonight. Brockmore with it left side. Out top to Walker. Now on the right side, it's Mush in the corner to Bell. Bell and Schwartz playing against each other, and the man-to-man for Payson Seymour to start the night. Brockmore gets the pass from Walker. Now it goes to Bell. Little floater and the shot too hard. Rebound down to Cole Schwartz, his first. Turns and takes it towards the front court for Payson Seymour. Out top, Luce. Luce on the stutter step. Dribble drive in. Gets to the rim, missed it. Gets his own board. Puts it back up, block. Rebound tipped and a foul going to be called. It'll be Payson Seymour ball out of bounds on a foul called here against one of the Trojans.
Goes against the Trojans, Connor Mush, his first, team first. Ball out of bounds. A lot of contact there going down the lane, but it's regional time. It'll be like that.
Cole Schwartz from the volleyball line for 3, and the Indians of Payson Seymour are on the board for the first time tonight. 6:40 to play in the first, 3-0 Payson Seymour on the Trash Queen scoreboard. Into the front court with it comes Moore. Works it on the left side to Walker. Out top, Brockmore now to Caden Moore. Folds it high above his head there. 6:27 to play in the first. Pass left side comes to Brockmore. Can muscle in against Hildebrand a little bit. Instead, around the horn, it goes to Mush. To a wide open Walker for 3. It's short. And Hayden Hildebrand has his first board of this affair. He'll bounce it into the front court himself. Directs some traffic. Gets it to Schwartz. Wants Triplett to come out and set the screen. Cole Schwartz, Lucas Luce, both over 1,000 points in their high school career on this squad. Hildebrand comes and gets it to reset. Triplett with the basketball. Looks top of the key to Hildebrand. Bounces free throw line loose to Schwartz, up and in for two. Schwartz has 5 on the back door. 5-0 Indians, 5:47 to play in the game's opening quarter. That's Payson Seymour basketball right there. Right wing with it is Mush, out top to Moore. Moore with a dribble drive past his man to the rim, but it's blocked by Luce, and the rebounds to Sparks. A wide open layup became a block in a hurry. Hildebrand with it, down to Luce, wide open man underneath Sparks, up and in for two, and it's a 7-0 advantage for Payson Seymour. 5:24 to play in the first, and what a defensive recovery by Lucas Luce on the other end a moment ago.
Rich Thompson not panicking and calling the timeout yet.
Walker with the ball out top to Mush. It goes right side to Caden Moore. Now to Bell. Bell on the dribble drive. Spins, nothing there. To Walker left side. Turns down the three. Out top to Bell. Over to Moore. Moore on the dribble drive in. Little floater up is no good. Rebound to Schwartz, his second. He'll take it into the front court himself. Doesn't have numbers. To Triplett in the corner. Out to Schwartz from 30. It won't fall. And on the rebound, Brock Moore grabs his second of the contest. 4:47 to play in the first. A 7-0 advantage here in the early going for the Payson Seymour Indians. Caden Moore to Brock Moore, right wing. He'll pass the ball out front to Mush. Now on the left side of things, it goes back to Caden Moore. Beats the man baseline. Runner up is in and out, no good. And the Trojans just can't get the lid to come off the bucket. Third rebound by Cole Schwartz on this. Rip down there.
Getting the penetration, not getting the completion.
Lucas Luce out top. He'll try a deep three, no good. A rebound over the back. Here's Ranker Triplett for the Indians.
First foul of the ball game against the Payson Seymour Indians. Triplett with the foul. On the other side, Connor Mush has a foul. So probably the third or fourth guy on both starting fives with the foul early in the game. 4:14 left first quarter, 7-0 in favor of Payson on the Trash Queen scoreboard.
Ryan Snow, the 6'1 freshman into the game for Triopia. Trojans were down 11-1 to start the game the other night and came back and won 33-29, so they do not panic when they get down. But this Payson Seymour squad, a little different animal than Calvary. 4 minutes to play first quarter, 7-0 Indians.
12 minutes in the first quarter without a bucket's a lot.
Right side with it is Moore. Throws it across the top to Snow. Now to Moore, top of the key. He can really shoot it. Over to Walker. Out top now Garrett Bell, the lefty. Dishes back to Moore on the wing. Thought about the step back. Now tries the drive. Gets to the rim. Missed it off the bottom of the backboard. Luce with the rebound. His second. Off the Schwartz into the front court. A long pass goes to Sparks. He'll work it out top to Luce. Extra pass. Hildebrand. Wide open three. No good. As the Indians get in a little three happy. And a rebound down to Snow. His first of the contest. 3:25 to play in the first. Trojans looking to get on the board. Brock Moore had trouble with the catch. Out top to Walker. Now on the right side, Snow. He'll try the drive. Throws it out top to Snow for a three. Too hard. Rebound again to Schwartz. Call it his fourth of the contest. Payson Seymour looking for a little more of an offensive set this time. They've gotten good looks from the perimeter. Just haven't knocked them down other than the deep one. Here's a lob down low to Luce. Up, in for two. And an and one opportunity for the senior Lucas Luce.
9-0 in favor of Payson in the early going. It's 9-2 Liberty over Southeastern on the other regional championship game we're covering tonight. Luce with the and one and a chance to make it a 10-0 lead in the early going here to try to match Calvary.
And Rich Thompson says, timeout please. We'll take it two. 3:01 to play in the first. It is a 10-0 advantage for Payson Seymour on top of Triopia. Back after this.
.301 left first quarter. Trash Queen scoreboard sees Payson Seymour, the 1 seed, leading Triopia, the 4 seed, 10-0. Triopia trailed 11-1 against Calvary after 1 quarter. They'd like to get a couple buckets here in the first. They're 0 for 7 from the field.
And they've gotten some good looks in the contest as they've had some balls roll in and out on layups. Caden Moore with the basketball. Works it left side to Snow. Out top to Moore. Right side Walker. It goes to Brock Moore. Down low. Wide open is Snow. He'll put it up and gets it to go. Ryan Snow, the freshman, with the first two in this contest to get the Trojans on the board. 10-2 the score. 2:37 to play in the game's opening quarter. Sparks out top, Schwartz. Puts it on the deck now. Dishes in the corner to Hildebrand. Wants to get out of there. Works it out to Luce. Scans the floor against the zone. Now to Hildebrand, top of the key. Luce for the deep three. Trying to answer, no good. Rebound down to Snow, and he's been a difference maker here for Triopia in his couple of moments of play.
2 boards and a bucket.
Into the front court, Caden Moore, the basketball. Out to Brock Moore for 3, too hard. Rebound down to Sparks. Caught his second of the contest. Quick shot that time for the Trojans.
But Brock Moore wants to get that 3, and he never got that open all game last game.
Hildebrand with the basketball out top against Bell. Bounces it into Luce. Out to Schwartz for the 3, yes. Cole Schwartz tickles the twine from 19-9. And makes it a 13-2, 11-point lead. Biggest of the contest on the Trash Queen scoreboard. 1:43 to play in the first. Snow with it on the left side. Works it out top to Caden Moore. Over to Snow again. Snow going to try the 3 to answer. Won't fall. Rebound, Cole Schwartz working on a double-double in the first quarter. 5 boards to go along with what, 8 points?
You bet.
Hildebrand brings it across. Holds up the number 3 to Schwartz. Back to Hildebrand as so many of their plays start. Just on that little simple pass. Schwartz into Sparks. He took his eye off of it, and Payson Seymour has their first turnover of the contest.
First turnover of the ball game.
By either squad. 1:15 to play in the first. 13-2 Indians. Little light full quarter court pressure. Now the Indians will fall back and set up in the half court man. Right side with it is Brock Moore. Out top to Bell. Over on the wing it goes to Walker. To Moore top of the key. To Bell on the paint, and over the top they'll call the foul on Lucas Luce.
Luce will pick up the foul. First on him of the evening. That is the second on Payson Seymour, I do believe, right? Triplett's got one too. I gave him a rebound instead of a foul. Whoops.
Inbounds pass comes in to Moore. From Caden to Brockmore now. 55 seconds to play in the first. Bell with the deep 3 on the way. Too hard. Rebound, Schwartz kept it alive. It goes into the hands of Hayden Hildebrand. And Payson Seymour will walk it toward the front court here. Hildebrand left side, Lucas Luce. Out to Schwartz, now Triplett. 38 seconds to Hildebrand. He'll try the dribble drive. Leaves it out top. Ball tip run down though by Triplett. On the right side to Luce with 30 seconds to play in the half. He'll dish it back out to Hildebrand. Over to Luce. Triplett's down in the lane and hurt, and a layup up is good by Luce. And Triplett is down, and he's trying to walk off a twisted ankle. And Connor Earhart's going to have to come into this game as Riker Triplett, the young sophomore, heads to the bench in some agony.
That is something that Payson is not, and that's deep. I don't know what happened to Riker, but he looks like that ankle is really giving him some trouble. We'll hope to see some of the trainers get over there to help him as quickly as possible.
I haven't seen one yet. It looks like the trainer is Brian Ray tonight. 20 seconds to play in the first. Out front with the basketball is the Trojans' Garrett Bell. Drives in, loses the ball off of his hip and out of bounds, and a turnover on the Trojans.
First turnover each way, and you can thank one of the big hospitals that took over smaller hospitals. We don't have trainers in this local area like we used to. Team Rehab used to take care of that in this area, and we appreciate everything Chris Swiderski and the folks did, Mr. Hoffman and so many others for so many years.
8 seconds to play in the first. Indians with a 15-2 lead. Loose with the ball out top to Schwartz for the 3 at the buzzer. Good. 18-2. The Indians up in this contest over the Triopia Trojans on Central Illinois Sports. Second quarter play-by-play comes your way after this timeout.
18-2, Payson after one. Triopia 1 of 11, 8%, 0 of 5 from the arc. Payson 7 of 13, 56%, 3 of 8 from the arc, 1 for 1 from the free throw line. Swartz with 11 and 5 boards.
Bell with it on the right wing, works it out to Walker. Now out top to Caden Moore. Moore on the left wing finds Gregory, who's checked into the game for the first time. Russell Gregory, the senior, down on the block to Bell. Trying to post up against the smaller men. Shot no good. Rebound comes down to Hayden Hildebrand for Payson Seymour. His fourth rebound already. Out top, Schwartz. Open again. Deep threes. On fire. On fire is Schwartz. And it makes it 21-2. He's got 14. 7:20 to play in the first half on the Trash Queen scoreboard. Here's Moore trying to get to the rim, and Caden Moore gets the Trojans on the board for the first time here in the second quarter. But it makes it a 21-4 score, and the Trojans are going to have to find the answer for Schwartz. Now he gets free on a back door, and he puts it up and in, and he's trying to score 100 on this one.
How about Luce finding him there?
23-4. A minute into the second quarter. Brockmore with it left wing. Drives in against Luce. Muscles up. Shot is good, and he's fouled. Was it Luce, or did Hildebrand bump him from the side? It is Lucas Luce's second.
Luce picks up his second foul, and already with Triplett on the bench, you do not see any movement from Payson there. 6:54 left in the quarter. Moore with 2, looking for the Band-Aid after the bucket. 6:54 left in the quarter. Moore makes it a 23-7 game.
Well, Brian Ray is playing trainer on the bench. So he's trying to get his player and Riker Triplett taped up a little bit. So Lucas Luce says, don't worry, coach, we got you here. Right side, Hildebrand, out top to Luce. Wide open, he's going to try the 3, and it's good.
5 for him now.
26-7.
Make it 8,
And the threes are raining here in the first half for Payson Seymour. Here's trying to answer the other way. Gregory hits the bottom of the net.
He hit one the other night, did it again tonight.
26-10, 6:20 to play second quarter. Luce again, wide open 3. The three-point contest was before the game. The team says, let's continue it here. This one goes begging, and over the back is Connor Earhart.
Earhart picks up the foul, his first, team 4th. On the other side, Triopia has 2 fouls. So just like the other night, not a lot of fouls called. Triopia has really found a window to be able to drive inside, though, have they not? You got to go right back at Luce now, I think, if you're them.
He's got a couple of fouls, 6:05 to play in the second quarter, and Triplett's on the bench with a bum ankle. And we've talked about this Payson Seymour squad. Their one chink in the armor may be the depth.
Yeah, but I saw their sophomores play Liberty. Those kids can play.
Here's Bell out top to Moore. Over left side, Gregory again for 3, and again he hits from downtown. Gregory trying to shoot the Trojans back into this one. Makes it a 13-point game, 26-13, with 5:34 to play in the half. Over the top of the defense, the pass comes to Sparks. Now to Luce. Luce right side to Schwartz for another deep 3, and again it's good.
How deep was that one?
I'm going to guess 30 feet. And what else?
19.
Rich Thompson says that was from the A in Trojans. How do you guard it? Out top, Caden Moore. Over in the corner to Bell, trying to answer. It's an air ball. Rebound out of bounds, last touched by Earhart. It will be Triopia basketball.
Thing is, those are highlight shots at the end of a quarter normally. He shoots him in the transition.
Inbounds pass coming from Moore. Gets it into Bell on the baseline against Schwartz. Trying to muscle up. Shot no good. Might have been foul. No call. Schwartz, another board, his 6th. Leaves a pass off. It's stolen away by Bell now. If he can control it, it's out of bounds. Last touched by Lucas Luce. And that is a turnover on Payson Seymour there. Second of the night. Here's a timeout of the court by Brian Ray. We'll pause as well. 4:57 to play in the second. 29-13 is the advantage for Payson Seymour on top of Triopia. Back with you after this.
Left in the quarter, second quarter action, 29-13. Payson with the lead. Triopia with the basketball after a timeout by Payson and a turnover by Payson, their second.
Brockmore with it right side to Bell. Gregory's got the hot hand right now. Got to find him. He's open again. He's going to fire away. No good this time. And the rebound down to Sparks. Now he's got it knocked loose, and he is going to be fouled. Foul is the call here on Brockmore, I do believe.
Is that Brock's first or second foul? It's his second foul already of the game. Third team foul. You go grabbing. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes you get the jump ball. 4:42 left in the quarter. 29-13 is the lead for Payson. They've got the basketball.
Into the front court comes the Indians and Hayden Hildebrand, the Sparks left wing. He'll take the ball toward the top of the key, gets it back to Hildebrand. 29-13 Indians. Sparks with it left side. Works it off to Luce. Over on the right wing, it goes to Hildebrand again. Looks in the middle, wasn't open. Skips across to Sparks. Sparks a patient player. On the baseline now, Earhart gets it. Back out to Luce. Hildebrand. To Luce on the left wing. In the middle, it goes to Sparks again. Bounces back out front. Indians patient here with a 16-point lead in the basketball. Here's Hildebrand on a little drive. Pull up, won't fall. Rebound down to Moore. Caden Moore with the board. Takes it into the front court. Explodes to the rim. Shot up, no good. Rebound down to Luce. And a foul called here.
That's going to go on Bell, I do believe, is it not? Garrett Bell will pick up the foul. It'll be his first, team fourth. Luce picks up another board on the night. And that is his fourth.
Out front with the basketball is Hildebrand. They'll work it over to Sparks. To Luce. Out top, now here's a three on the way by Hildebrand, and it's good.
His first three of the night.
Hayden Hildebrand from downtown. And makes the score 32-13. 3:28 to play in the second quarter.
Fourth time they've been up by that much.
Moore with it on the right wing. It's no good, and the rebound this time pulled in by Cole Schwartz.
7 on the evening already. 22-9 Liberty leads over at Brown County.
Sparks with it for the Payson Seymour Indians. Out to Hildebrand, right side, Schwartz. Top of the key, Hildebrand. They'll dare him to shoot it. He'll fire away, and he hits it.
You might not want to dare that young man.
35-13.
Biggest lead right now.
Just under 3 to play, and a timeout by Rich Thompson. Timeout by the Triopia Trojans, and we will pause as well. 2:56 to play in the second quarter. 35-13, the advantage for Payson Seymour. Back with you after this.
.256 left in the second quarter. It's Payson 35, Triopia 13. Biggest lead of the ball game right now. And they're raining the threes. They've made 8 tonight.
Right side of the basketball is Bell. Gets to the rim and scores. Garrett Bell with his first basket of the night, right?
That's correct.
Top of the key, Schwartz works it over on the right side to Hayden Hildebrand. 35-15, the advantage for Payson Seymour. On the sideline now, it's Hildebrand. Works it between the circles to Luce. Over on the right side, Schwartz. He'll take the ball and the dribble in. Little floater up is no good. A rebound underneath. A foul over the back is Earhart.
Earhart will pick up his second foul. That'll be the 5th team foul. Triplett back in. Walking on that very casually. By the way, Payson's 8 of 14 from the arc and 13 of 21 from the field tonight. Whew.
And they're up 35-15. 2:09 to play in the second quarter. Right side with it, Garrett Bell. Works it in the paint to Moore. Moore on a turnaround shot, no good. A rebound tipped around. Lucas Luce with the board for Payson Seymour. Just under 2 minutes to play in the half. A 20-point lead and the basketball for the Seymour Indians.
The rebounding lead for Payson is astronomical, probably 6-1 right now.
Hildebrand with the basketball. Works with the Sparks. Free throw line goes to Triopia. On the right side, the man of the hour, Cole Schwartz. In the corner to Luce. Luce with a dribble drive in. Good body control and finishes at the rim for 2 more.
He's got 10.
1:30 to play in the second quarter. 37-15 the advantage for Payson Seymour. Apologize for the little technical difficulty. We'll get that fixed at halftime. Here's Gregory with a three. It's no good. Rebound tipped and out of bounds. Last touch by Moore. It'll be Indians basketball.
Official didn't give much of a signal. 4:28 left in the first half at Brown County. Liberty 26-9 over Southeastern. Greg Altmix is screwed, looking for a trip to Lewiston.
1:13 to play in the second. 37-15. Payson Seymour looking to add to this big lead.
This would add to their biggest lead right now.
He's loose for a three. No, it's a lob into Schwartz, and he puts it up and in for two.
He's got 21.
39-15 on the little backdoor alley-oop. 53 seconds to play in the half. Dominating fashion here for Payson Seymour. Here's Moore on a drive, no good. Loose with the rebound is sixth. He'll take it toward the front court on the pass to Hildebrand. Hildebrand on the pull-up three in transition. Bang! It goes again. 42-15. 35 seconds to play in the second.
Wow.
And the Indians are on fire, Clark.
Everybody is hitting right now.
And they're a dangerous outfit. Well, that can happen. 20 seconds to play in the half, up 42-15. Snow with the left side. They'll work it to Gregory. Out top ball stolen away by Hildebrand. Hildebrand on the run out into the front court. Pull-up shot, no good. Rebound, a foul on Cole Schwartz.
Ooh, that's big. Schwartz going to pick up a foul here right before the half. That'll be the 16th foul, and you don't want to pick up extra fouls when you're the situation of these guys.
Here comes Trey Johnson of the game, along with Connor Earhart. They replace Triplett and Luce. Also into the game is Aiden Perry. Perry's a 6-foot sophomore. Schwartz sits down. 9.6 seconds to play in the half. 42-15 advantage for Payson Seymour. Bell with the ball into the front court for Triopia. Drives, kicks, left side. Caden Moore for three. Good. That ball barely moved the net. And that's the way the first half comes to an end. It's a 42-18 advantage for Payson Seymour on top of Triopia. We're going to stop the broadcast for just a moment. We will rejoin you on Central Illinois Sports with halftime stats after this.